Hello everyone, and welcome to Discount Benefit Solutions webinar on professionalism. Professionalism is the conduct, aims, or qualities that characterize or mark a profession or a professional person. Now, professionalism is important in almost every career, but it's especially important for your FreeRxPlus business. If you're not professional, you could give off a bad reputation or gain a bad reputation, or just turn off individuals who you're speaking to about your business. This webinar is going to go over different tips and things about how you can maintain professionalism and even optimize it to grow your business. To start, we'll speak about documents. Now, dealing with your business, as you know, you have a lot of documents, presentations that you might have for nonprofits, brochures about your cards, ads you might put out, and so on. Now, it's very important to make sure that those documents are maintaining as professional of a view as possible so that you're getting the good name out for your business and you're not ruining your reputation or coming across as scatterbrained or not serious. To start, use spell check on every written item pertaining to your business that you create. You can use popular word processors. They often have spell checks built into them, along with little things that might pick up if a sentence might be structured incorrectly. Now, sometimes they might pick up on something that is actually correct and say it's incorrect. So just do your research, check into a thesaurus or a dictionary to make sure that everything is okay. There's also third-party softwares and plugins that you can use if you're using a word processor or a program that doesn't necessarily have those capabilities. Be sure to not overcrowd your document or use a great deal of clip art or pictures. Now, some clip art and some pictures are okay, but you definitely don't want it to come off as childish or a little goofy looking. You can use a template or even work with a graphic designer to ensure that you have the best layout. Now, there's been a lot of science put into documents, particularly for the sales field, about exactly what appeals to customers and how you can organize a document to better reach your customers or to better appeal to your customer. So do some research, Google is your friend, and find out what is going to work best for your business and what you can use to make your document be as appealing as possible. Ask for help from others to proofread. This is always a very important step. You might read over a document 5 or 6 times and think it is perfectly okay, but having a fresh set of eyes is always good to make sure you're not missing anything that you might just be overlooking. Also ensure that you have plenty of copies available. Nothing is going to be more embarrassing or not seem professional if you go to hand out cards or documents or any paperwork and not have enough to distribute to the person you're speaking with. That is definitely going to be a mark on the bad side of not being professional. So before you leave, ensure that you have plenty of copies, or if you promise that you're going to have enough cards to give somebody, make sure that you have enough cards in stock. Appearance. Now, appearance can go for both your personal appearance and even transfer over to the documents that you're handing out, the bags that you're carrying, how you're carrying your gear, and so on. It's very important to try to make yourself appear as professional as possible. If you're able, wear official FreeRxPlus gear. Our official site has a lot of clothing options, bags, and other things that are officially marked with the FreeRxPlus logo that will help you give that air of professionalism even more. If you have any questions about how to access the store site, reach out to us and we'll be happy to direct you there. Be sure to avoid t-shirts with large logos or advertisements that do not pertain to your business. Never wear clothing advertising alcohol or anything else inappropriate. Remember that you're going to be dealing with medical professionals, so coming off as appropriate and as business as possible is definitely vital. Ensure that your clothes are not wrinkled or stained. Now, this may seem common sense, but just do a quick check before you leave to make sure that you look professional and clean and put together. Keep documents and cards organized and in a space where they can't be damaged. Never, ever hand out wrinkled, torn, or crumpled documents. Check into the FreeRxPlus site that we spoke about earlier to be sure that you can even get a bag that you can carry your documents and paperwork in, that will not only help protect them but also aid in your reliability and your overall appearance as a FreeRxPlus representative. Speaking. Now, this goes for over the phone, via written conversations, and in person. Never ever use slang or curse words, even if your prospect is. So even if you're speaking with somebody who's just using a lot of slang and cursing, don't try to get on their level and use it yourself. Don't get on to them, of course, but definitely don't use it yourself, and be sure to keep your professional tone. Be sure to use an upbeat tone throughout the entire conversation. And avoid filler words like, like, and ah. It's going to happen sometimes, but if you take some time to really work on avoiding those words, you'll find that you're able to eliminate a lot of them from your vocabulary and your natural conversation. Work on inserting a pause rather than saying A little short pause would be okay. Try not to let it drone on. Take time to study and learn jargon that's used in the prescription and medical field. You're going to encounter a lot of things that you might not be familiar with, especially if you're just coming into the FreeRxPlus business. But take time to familiarize yourself with things that you might encounter. That way you're not left scratching your head, or you're able to speak to them in that jargon as well. And be sure to use ma'am and sir when appropriate. Also be sure to use the proper salutations when appropriate. Now, these were just a few things that you can do to increase your professionalism. Professionalism is something that is definitely learned. Try watching videos on YouTube or even reading books that go over the subject further. Thank you for joining us today as we discuss professionalism and how important it is to your business. Be sure to visit our website at www.freerxplus.com for further details on how you and those you know can receive savings.